When you picture canned pumpkin, this is likely the image that comes to mind. The bright orange sphere on your front porch. You'd be wrong. This is the reality. The industry's secret is the Dickinson pumpkin, a tan, thick-skinned giant that looks like a watermelon but tastes like Thanksgiving. Every autumn, millions of these rock-hard gourds are harvested, washed, steamed, and pulped in a race against the frost. Today, we enter the factory to witness the transformation. We will see how rugged agricultural giants are converted into this smooth river of gold. We will trace the journey from the mud of the fields to the holiday staple on your spoon. Welcome inside the modern pumpkin factory. We are in the pumpkin capital. These fields are planted with the specific Dickinson variety, bred for less water content and sweeter flesh
Illinois,
than carving
proudly
pumpkins.
known as the pumpkin capital of the world. These sprawling fields represent the immense scale of the annual harvest.
The factory shuts down for 8 months of the year. They have to pack a global year's supply in just 10 to 12 intense weeks. The harvest begins with the windrower. This specialized machine prepares the field for collection. It looks chaotic, but it's precise. The windrower brushes the heavy pumpkins into neat rows, ready for the loader. Once scattered, the pumpkins are now organized into efficient lines, awaiting the next stage of the high-speed harvest. Next comes the loader. This machine is designed to handle the 10 to 30-pound gourds without stopping. A conveyor arm scoops the heavy pumpkins off the dirt, flinging them onto a high-speed belt. The process is non-stop. The gourds are lifted from the field and transported immediately toward the waiting transport vehicle. They are flung into trucks in a continuous stream. The speed of transfer is critical to clear the acres of fields in time. As one truck fills and departs for the factory, another immediately takes its place. The relay to the plant never stops. The trucks arrive at the factory receiving bay in a constant procession, 24 hours a day during the peak season. Hydraulic lifts tilt the massive truck beds, unleashing tons of raw product into the system. Thousands of pumpkins roll out like boulders, crashing into the intake chutes with a deep, hollow thud. They hit the metal chutes hard. These gourds are tough enough to withstand the initial impact of unloading. Pumpkins are too heavy for standard conveyor belts. Instead, they drop into a massive hydro-transport system. This Flume system uses water to transport the heavy load, acting as a moving canal that carries the gourds gently while beginning to soak off field dirt. The first enemy is dirt. These gourds grew on the ground and arrive covered in soil that must be removed. They are conveyed out of the flume and into giant tumbler washers, rotating drums designed to scrub them cleaner than surgeon's hands. Inside the tumblers, high-pressure sprayers knock off the stubborn field mud as the pumpkins crash against each other. They emerge pristine, shining, and wet, ready to be broken down. Before chopping, workers perform a final visual inspection, removing any damaged pumpkins that survive the harvest and wash. The whole pumpkins, skin, seeds, stem, and all are fed directly into a massive industrial chopper. Metal teeth shred the gourds into rough chunks in seconds. Unlike fruit, pumpkin isn't peeled before cooking. The resulting raw mash is a pale yellow-orange mix of meat, seeds, and rind. This raw mash is pumped into massive vertical silos called wilting towers. Powerful pumps and augers force the raw material into the base of the tower against internal pressure. Inside, live steam is injected directly into the mash. This process is called wilting. The heat breaks down the cellular structure, softening the flesh away from the rind and releasing water. This process concentrates the flavor and causes a dramatic color shift from pale yellow to a deep, dark rust orange.
The heat triggers a chemical change, darkening the color and creating a much denser texture.
The fully cooked, softened mash is discharged from the tower, ready for separation. The hot mash is pumped through insulated pipes to the refining line. We now move to the separation line, where the chaotic mash becomes velvet puree.
From the towering distillation units, the flow moves rapidly towards the separation machines, where high-speed centrifuges refine the product.
This is the refinement line, dominated by high-speed centrifugal sieves called finishers. The cooked mash containing meat, seeds, and skin is fed into these high-speed machines. Inside, spinning paddles force the mash against fine screens with immense centrifugal force. The smooth pumpkin meat passes through the screen, becoming puree. The seeds, stems, and tough skins are ejected out the back. This waste is often sent for cattle feed. The result is a continuous river of velvet smooth, vibrant orange puree. The finished puree is pumped into massive holding tanks, awaiting final quality checks.
Towering 2 stories high, these gleaming stainless steel tanks store the finished pumpkin puree, connected directly to the refining line.
Before canning, quality control must approve the batch. They perform the mound test. If the puree is too watery, it fails. It must stand up firmly on a spoon. Once approved for consistency and color, the puree is released to the canning line. Thousands of empty cans are automatically depalletized and begin their high-speed journey down the line. Before filling, every can is inverted and blasted clean with air and steam. The cans reach the filler, where nozzles blast thick puree into them at rates exceeding 400 cans per minute. The dosing is precise, filling each can to the exact weight required. In a blur of motion, lids are applied and hermetically sealed onto the cans. The sealed cans race toward the final and most critical step, sterilization. The cans are automatically loaded into massive steel baskets. These baskets are rolled into massive pressure cookers called retorts. Even though the pumpkin was cooked earlier, It must be fully sterilized inside the can under high pressure to be shelf-stable.
High pressure and temperature are critical in the commercial sterilization process underway here.
Immediately after cooking, they plunge into cold water cooling canals. This rapid cooling stops the cooking process, preventing the pumpkin from burning or discoloring inside the can.
The retort baskets are now lifted from the cooling canal, ensuring the cans reach the optimal temperature before labeling.
High-powered air blowers dry the cans completely before they head to packaging. Automated packers box the cans at lightning speed. Robotic arms take over, stacking the heavy cases onto pallets with tireless precision. The pallets are wrapped in protective plastic, securing tons of product for transport. Forklifts whisk the finished pallets away to the warehouse, library. This is the Library of Autumn. Millions of cans are stored here, waiting for the holiday rush. In just a few weeks, this entire space is filled with a year's supply. As the holidays approach, the inventory begins its journey to grocery stores everywhere.
Keep it moving. We've got 3 more trucks coming in. Bay 4 is clear. Bring it around.
It is a vegetable harvested for only a few weeks, but consumed for only a few days. Through massive industrial force, the rugged geometry of the field is tamed into the smooth consistency of tradition.
That pumpkin pie looks absolutely perfect.
It really does. Did you use the new recipe this year?
From giant gourd to can staple, the cycle is complete.